Was a freshman for this game?
Yeah, I was.
So what was it like for you wearing those colors?
You don't want to be a part of that. You don't really, I mean, it's kind of two-headed because you don't like wearing those colors, but at the same time, you know, if you do your job, you can prepare the offense or the defense for the looks that they're going to get on Saturday. So the scout team guys really play a big role in this week as well.
Do they play Michigan's fight song or anything out there to get you ready for the atmosphere up there?
Nah, not really. I mean, we got that little bit of that in mat drills when we're training a little bit. Yeah. You may hear it from time to time, but not this week. We do hear the time for war.
That's what I was going
to say. I'll be walking home tonight. It's time for war. You know, you'll hear it in your head, but it kind of just locks you in as soon as you walk into this building. You hear that music, and you know it's time for that big game.
Is it literally playing all the time?
All the time. Like we usually have like a soundtrack that we play before warm-ups, and Time for War is just playing all day today. It's playing when we're eating lunch, it's playing in our meeting rooms, it's playing in our special teams meetings. It gets annoying, but at the same time, when you hear that song, it triggers something in your mind that this game's different, and it's time for war.
Will the song itself be in your head?
Are there other songs in the rotation, or is it literally on a loop?
It's that song.
It's just that.
Yeah, so it's that song in a loop of videos of past games from 2012 until last year in 2016. So all you constantly hear is that song and guys who make great plays in those games.
That actually sounds miserable.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, when you're year 4, you kind of get used to it, but it's cool because it kind of triggers something different. We don't hear that song really all year, so when it's time to hear that song again, we know the importance of the game.
Do you hear the song in your head on Saturday? Will that be like it's so ground in? Like, will you be like humming it to yourself when warm-ups or anything?
We'll probably play it even in our highlight video. You'll hear it, and just that last little reminder to get your mind right that we're going into a different type atmosphere on Saturday.
What stands out most about Michigan's defense? I mean, everybody talks about them being a good defense. What kind of jumps out about them the most, Terry?
They're very physical up front. Their D-line like to cause havoc, and they trust their guys on a man-to-man coverage. So, you know, when you got the type of players that could play that scheme where you can just let your D lineman go and play man-to-man, you got to be on your P's and Q's as offense, especially as a skill guy. You want to be able to beat your matchup to create good throws for JT, and you know that basically really stands out their toughness and the way they trust their players.
I imagine that's a good opportunity for a receiver there. You know you're going to get a lot of man coverage. Can you speak about that a little bit more?
That is very exciting. You know, you come to Ohio State to defeat man coverage and learn how to create better, what's the word I'm looking for? Just create better opportunities to beat man coverage. So knowing that we're going to get that, you just got to prepare, watch the personnel as best as you can, and be prepared when you get the opportunity. You just got to make it.
Given the fact that you guys have run the ball so well the last couple of weeks, you think that's going to possibly open up some opportunities in the passing game?
Oh, definitely. When you're on the road, you want to establish the run, and our O-line's been doing a great job. They're preparing really well. The backs have done a great job, and but at some point we're going to have to take some shots as well. And as receivers, we're excited for that challenge in Ann Arbor.
What's it like in the receiver room this week when you lose an Ohio State legend who was a great receiver here, Terry Glenn? What was that like for you?
You wear his number.
Yeah, it's very ironic for me. I've had people DMing me actually on social media, try to play my best, you know, because we have the same first name and I share his number. So, you know, when I got that number when I first got here, it was very humbling, especially see what he did in that '95 season. He's a great receiver is a legend here. I mean, he won the Biletnikoff Award. So hearing that, I'm praying for his family. I hope, you know, I can play the best that I can to represent his number and his legacy as best I can, and we're going to be prepared and try to win.
Was that just a coincidence that you're a Terry who got his number, or was there something to
it? It was a coincidence. You know, coming in, I was given the number 83, and you know, I learned about Terry Glenn through that, and seeing that now that it's come full circle, and seeing some of the legacy that he played in this game, and it's very humbling. And I don't really put a lot of pressure on myself, but the best thing I could do is try to prepare and just try to do his number right.
Did you know him at all? Did you ever meet him?
No, I've never met him, but you know, I've watched YouTube videos on him. I know the historic '95 season that he had, and you know, he's a guy who's definitely going to be missed. But his pictures are hanging around here. They're hanging around in our meeting room. So it's not, you don't have to go too far to find out what he did for Ohio State.
Did Zach Smith address Is Casper with you guys at all?
Not really. You know, with social media, we all have it on our phones, so we talked about it amongst ourselves. But I feel like the best thing we could do is just try to prepare for this game, and the best way we can honor him is just try to play our hardest.
You also doing helmet decals or anything like that?
Not. I mean, I don't really know. That's kind of